If you're looking for cool videos, then you're at the right place. From PC to the console, then leave a smile on your face. Junkyard, Junkyard. Get ready to watch a video from Junkyard.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Junkyard here. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Junkyard. Well, today we are cooking elk stew, a Colorado meat here. It's actually really cool due to the fact that my next door neighbor gave me some elk meat because he's a hunter, thus went up to our beautiful Rocky Mountains, got himself a elk, brought it down, had it all butchered up, and nonetheless shared it with me. So with that, we are going to cook ourselves a wonderful meal here. Let's get started. Alright, as far as the ingredients, you can see here we have some carrots, some celery, some potatoes, some cilantro, some onions, some garlic. We got some mushrooms. You know, you can't go wrong with good old mushrooms. We have some herbs. We got some bay leaves. We have some Italian herbs. Now again, you can use some basil, and actually the recipe calls for basil, but I didn't have any, so I went ahead and just used mixed Italian herbs, which is fine. We have some beef stock, bouillons as well, chicken as well as beef, but the star of the show is elk. Now this is some beautiful 1 pound of elk stew meat. As you can see, look how red and beautiful this is. So this is going to be really nice inside there. It's got a really great game flavor to it. I've already had some of the steaks from this elk, and what it comes down to is just a beautiful meat. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the stove and start off the first process there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, I am making enough for 4 servings, alright? So what we need to do is add some chicken base. Now this is a chicken base better than bouillon, as they call it, type product. But if you have the granules, that's fine, you know, no big deal. We have also some beef. See how I got the granules for the beef? So we're going to actually add 3 tablespoons of the beef. We got the chicken base. We're going to go ahead and let this boil. We're going to add some ground pepper to this. We're going to add our herbs. Oh, about 2/3 of a teaspoon there. Gonna throw a bay leaf in there. Actually, I like bay leaves, so we're gonna throw 2. I cut up the cilantro. Just chop that up. It's about a 1/4 cup. We're gonna put that in there as well. Okay, and we're gonna also add some garlic. I went ahead and minced this garlic up, as you can see. We're gonna add that to this. And we're gonna go ahead and let this come to a boil. Once it comes to the boil, we're gonna lower it down and add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, we got a nice rolling boil now. What we're going to do is turn the heat down to medium, and we're going to add the meat. Now again, you're not just stuck with elk meat here. I mean, you can use any type of meat you want. But this is a cool recipe nonetheless, and I just wanted to go ahead and add some really fresh, I mean, look at how beautiful that meat is. That's just incredible. So we're just going to go ahead and add all the meat, all those juices right into that. Go ahead and stir that up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and let that cook for about 10 minutes before we add all the other ingredients. Oh, the smell is incredible with the herbs and all that. You're going to love that. Alright, so let's go ahead and let that cook for 10 minutes. Okay, in the meantime, while that is cooking, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut up some of the potatoes and all the rest of the vegetables. Actually, the vegetables, I already cut them all up. We have some mushrooms, some carrots, some onions, some celery, and I am cutting up the potatoes. You want to cut these up into cubes. Now, you can peel these if you want. I just like the skin on the potato, so I tend to keep them on there. We want to put it in about 1/2-inch pieces. Alright. And so we got 4 potatoes here, so we're going to go ahead and just cut these up. Okay, so we have everything cut up here. We have our potatoes and all the vegetables. We're going to go head over to the stove and put it all into the pot. Alrighty, it's been 10 minutes. As the elk has already started taking some great color here. But again, this is cooking for 2 hours. So we're going to put the potatoes in first. Get all that beautiful vegetables in there. Excellent. Add everything else to the bath here. We're putting the celery, the onions, the mushrooms in here. Putting the carrots inside here. Look at that. Go ahead and stir that up. Look at that, beautiful. All right. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put a lid on it, turn it down to low, and let it cook for 2 hours. We'll see you in a couple hours. I'm gonna go play some Black Ops 2. Okay, everybody, it has been 2 hours, and as you can see, this has just become excellent. The potatoes are tender, all the vegetables in here are just perfect. But one thing that you can see, it's very liquidy, and I like a very thick sauce. So what we need to do is add some cornstarch to this, but we also need to go ahead and pull some of this aside so we can make the sauce. So I've got my ladle here. I'm going to go ahead and pull probably about 2 cups of this gravy out of here, and we will be bringing it back. So in the meantime, as I fog up the lens, there we go. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and pull this aside. All right. So let me go over to the counter and show you something else. Okay, so the next step to thicken this sauce is cornstarch. So we have a container of cornstarch, as you can see right here. So what we're going to do is take 3 tablespoons and add it to some ice water. Now, with this, I don't want the ice in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit at the bottom of my pitcher here. So I got a little bit of water, about a quarter cup of water. Ice cold water. Again, I pulled it from this ice over here, so now it's really ice cold. So what we're going to do is take a teaspoon at a time, and we're going to start stirring it up. Now you got to stir it up slowly, because if you end up putting it in there too fast, you make clumps, and nobody likes clumps. So we're just going to go ahead and just stir this in here a little bit at a time. And it starts to become pasty in a sense. So it's actually pretty cool though. Alright, let's get another tablespoon here. Perfect. And one more. That's all you need. Alright, perfect. So now compared to how we started, it's a lot thicker. Alright, so let's head back over to the stove and I'm going to show you what's going to happen next. Okay, so as you can see, I have the gravy over here and it's just coming to a slight simmer / boil, I should say. And what we're going to do is add the cornstarch mixture to it slowly. Then stir it up. We want to let that come to a boil eventually, but what we're going to do is just add it slowly again, continuously, and you want to stir it, otherwise clumps form and nobody likes clumps. Alright, and it's already thickening up. We're going to let this come to a boil. So in about 1 minute, and we're going to let it boil for about a minute after it starts boiling. Okay, it's boiling away. As you can see, it's thick. It's thick now. Now what we want to do is go ahead and add this back to the stew. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add this back to the stew now. And stir it all together. Excellent. Now it's becoming a nice, thick base. We're going to turn the heat up so it can boil a little bit and help thicken the agent up a little bit more here. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lot thicker than it was. Perfect. Alrighty, let's get this in a bowl and give it a try. Hey everybody, alright, after a couple hours of cooking now, we have our finished product, elk stew. As you can see, the gravy is nice and thick, the vegetables are cooked through and through, and as far as the meat, you could tell it is a beautiful looking piece of tender morsel. But now remember, you're not stuck just using elk. If you don't have elk or you don't like elk, you can use beef, you can use any, substitute whatever meat you want. But it's a simple dish, there's not much to it, you saw for yourself, it's really quick as far as preparation. You just gotta let it cook. So let's give it a try. Let me get a carrot on here, as well as some of that beef. And you can see I got some bread here to dip some of that beautiful gravy in. The meat is tender. It doesn't have that gamey taste at all. I can taste the herbs as far as the Italian herb blend I used, as well as the bay leaf that's in there. Wow. Let's go ahead and try some of these juices here. Get that piece of bread, look at that. Oh. Does that look delish or what? Wow, this is a good one, guys. Give this one a try. You won't regret it. This is Junkyard. Thanks for watching. Needless to say, keep cooking.